All right, we got Sam Hubbard, Cincinnati Bengal, team captain, Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee,
Mr. Ohio,
on Behind the Ridge today. So, Sam, thanks
Welcome,
for
Sam.
joining us.
Pumped to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
You grew up in Ohio, played high school football in Ohio, college football in Ohio, pro football in Ohio. So you're clearly an Ohio guy. What's your favorite part about Ohio?
That's a tough one. I mean, I would say the people in Ohio, Midwest people, everyone's just, I don't know, they just know how to treat people with respect. Everyone's very courteous. You go to the East Coast, people are a bit more. I won't put you guys on. Yeah,
careful.
Yeah.
Careful.
I like Midwest people. I think Ohio's great, and then the weather. I like having all 4 seasons. I think having playing in the cold, that adversity builds some character.
Builds character.
And the beautiful spring. The leaves change in the fall. Summers. I mean, what more do you want?
I agree. I think the cold really hit with me. From Chicago, and my dad said the same thing. So in high school, he made me be a parking attendant at Northwestern basketball games in the negative degrees, and he told me this to build character. I don't think that worked, but it actually made me more miserable and really still hold that over his head. But it's at least a story to tell. All right, even though this is a fellow Midwestern state, how much do you hate the state of Michigan?
I still don't really say it. You just don't say that state up north. It's a tough spot. It's a tough time right now. But I'm 4-0 against the team up north, and I will.
Just
one of my prouder accomplishments. I'll leave it there.
But since you are Mr. Ohio, why don't we kick off with some Ohio fact or fiction?
Fact or fiction.
So it's a little segment we have. We have some fun facts. Kind of just. Since you are Mr. Ohio, how well do you actually know your state? Pete, why don't you kick it off?
Sure. All right, so to start out, we have fact or fiction. The capital of Ohio is Cleveland.
Fiction.
Think about which one.
There's a stutter there.
I was going to say it's Columbus, but it's not. Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying fact or fiction. Right. That one is fiction.
All right, you got that one. Yeah. We're 1 for 1. Wait, before we start, why don't we have some sort of wager or estimate guess of how many you think you'll get right?
How many we have? 10?
10.
Okay. In Ohio, and in 4th grade, they make you take an Ohio history class. So we'll see how much I remember. I know the state bird. All those things are burned into my memory from that class.
All right.
Over under 5.
All right. So what was your idea for a wager since you brought this up?
Oh,
if I get more than 5, you got to do 10 push-ups.
If you get less than 5, you have to wear Michigan colors for a week.
I don't even think I have any. It has to be Rhoback.
We can arrange that.
Yeah.
We can arrange that.
Yeah.
This is fair. I have to do 10 push-ups. You have to bench press me.
No. Okay. That's fair. I can do that one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next fact or fiction. 50% of the U.S. population lives within a 500-mile radius of Columbus.
It would be more than that. A lot more than that. That's the whole state.
Or no, the entire country.
U.S. population.
The U.S. population.
Yeah.
Fiction.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay. Supposedly it's fact.
It's fact.
There's no way. Well,
Yeah.
500 miles is like 5 states each direction.
It's
Yeah.
a massive area.
I know that it's 90 miles from Cincinnati to Columbus, another 90 to Cleveland, 180.
You're getting New York City,
Yeah,
you're getting
over
D.C., you're
All right.
getting Atlanta.
Should have thought that one out. I'll take my first loss. I see what this is going to be like. Keep going.
All right, Pete.
All right. Next up, fact or fiction? Ohio is known as the birthplace of the NFL.
We have the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. Fact.
Good.
I would. Yeah.
Well
I mean,
done.
Paul Brown.
Started to sweat a little bit there.
Yeah, I did.
Next one, fact or fiction. Ohio has 8 professional sports teams.
Against all sports.
Yeah, so of the major sports, so.
It's the 4.
We'll go 5 major sports
What's
leagues.
the 5th?
MLS.
Fact.
Fact.
Can you name
Nice. Yeah. All right. Bonus. You get one back if you can name all 8.
Okay. Cleveland baseball team Guardians, I think it is. The Browns. Bengals, Reds. Cavaliers. FC Cincinnati. Hockey. The Cyclones are not pro. What sport am I missing?
Second soccer.
I don't know.
There's two
Cleveland
soccer.
FC or whatever.
Close. Columbus FC.
Columbus FC. Yeah, they just built a new stadium.
Can
All
we
right.
get back to him?
I don't need the extra point. Go
Okay,
next.
fine. All right, fact or fiction? Ohio is home to Wendy's and Burger King.
Meaning they were founded in.
I mean,
Ohio.
how?
That wasn't on the 4th grade history test.
No. Fiction.
Correct. One of them is. Do you know which one is?
Wendy's.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Uh,
What's your go-to fast food?
Pizza. Any pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Have you had Lou
The
Malnati's
Roses?
out here in
They
Arizona?
have it. I like La Grande Orange LGO pizza out here in Arizona. That's the
Good to
best.
Next one. Fact or fiction? Gold Star chili is the best chili in Ohio.
Fiction. I'm at like 5 in a row now.
Doing good.
Oh, why's that?
Gold Star, love for Gold Star, but I'm just Team Skyline.
You're just a Skyline guy.
Yeah. You know, people from Cincinnati love it. If you're not from Cincinnati, you hate it. I don't know. It always hits the spot. I do it about once a year right after the season, and I'm good for the year.
What's your order?
3-way, three plain cheese conies and chili cheese fries.
All right. Fact or fiction? The following are actual mascots for Ohio-based minor league baseball teams.
Okay.
The Rubber Ducks, the Mud Hens, and the Iron Pigs.
I have no idea, but I'm going to go with fact.
It's fiction. It's fiction. What
It
was
was
that?
too absurd.
You
to
researched
even-
this one.
The Rubber Ducks do exist. The Mud Hens also exist. The Iron Pigs do not.
Good luck to all those teams.
All right. Fact or fiction? The correct spelling of Cincinnati is Cincinnati.
False. That is fiction.
I thought I was just going to cut you off.
There is 2 N's in the second. Cincinnati.
I thought there were 2 T's, so like
That's
I
what
was.
people do because
yeah.
Mississippi. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I thought I spelled it wrong too, so that's how I knew the question.
where the question came from.
Yeah, I typed it in wrong. I was like, oh, Cincinnati's kind of hard to spell. The other place question came from Michael Mayer, who's a Notre Dame tight end. We worked with him. He's also from Cincinnati area, down in Kentucky, and we asked,
Tri-state area.
yeah, tri-state
You guys
area.
call it Tri-State?
I mean that he's from Kentucky.
He's
Where's
from
he
Independence.
Yeah, so he's from the tri-state area.
Got it.
But we asked him to spell and he couldn't do it. So that was
Kentucky guy.
Yeah. All right, Pete.
All right. Fact or fiction? Ohio's state animal, building off of state animals, is the gorilla.
Fiction. I see where you're going with this.
We don't have to go any further.
Yeah.
We just wanted to see. Fact or fiction? The first professional baseball team was in Cincinnati. We're leaning into baseball here with you.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of baseball. I'm a lacrosse guy, but there's opening day is always in Cincinnati. There's got to be some reason. I think maybe the Red Legs were the first team. Could be. Yeah,
Fact.
true.
Fact. Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
Nice.
right.
It's the last one. In the Ohio State versus Michigan rivalry, Ohio State has more wins
In football.
in football.
Team Up North's like the winningest program of all time with Notre Dame, if I recall. So it's got to be Team Up North.
Correct.
Again,
So
good
fiction,
deductive
yes.
reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
I thought we were going to get you to slip
All
for a
right,
second and
let's
almost
see,
say it.
right here. I don't know if we can get that on.
I don't know if I can.
We're doing it on camera.
Here we go. Cameras, please.
Can you shift yours, Ben?
Grade my push-ups.
1, 2, lock them out. 3, 4.
5, 6, 7,
Lock
8,
them out.
9, 10.
Good.
11, one for good luck. Nice.
Your elbows. There you go.
Will's
Good
going
work.
to turn bright red right now from straining watching.
Most push-ups I've done in a minute. So. All right, Sam.
Good
So
job.
clearly you know about Ohio.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yes. I
Good.
do.
But talk to us about your high school career. Lacrosse All-American,
Yep.
football star, originally committed to Notre Dame to play lacrosse.
Mm-hmm.
Just walk us through that whole story.
Yeah, I basically went to high school, decided I was going to play just lacrosse and football, and spent my winters, instead of training for football, I spent my winters indoor lacrosse, playing lacrosse, and then spent my summers traveling the East Coast playing tournaments, and would show up on camp for football in the summer and just kind of play football for fun. And lacrosse was like my full-time job, my real first passion. And after my freshman year, I committed to play lacrosse at Notre Dame. I had a bunch of offers. The process was so early back then. But I just was playing football for fun. The following sophomore, junior year, we won state my junior year in football, while also going to the Final Four and being an All-American in lacrosse. And after that junior football season where we won state, my head coach was like, you're going to start getting interest from football schools. And, schools would come in. I would say, I'm not really that interested, unless it was like 3 schools. I think it was like Notre Dame, Ohio State, and Stanford maybe. And then Coach Meyer came walking in, and I was in gym class, and my head gym teacher was actually our head football coach. So Urban's coming in to meet the head football coach to talk to him about the players. And I just happened to be in that class, and he's sitting there talking to Coach Rodenberg. And he's like, who's that tall guy? He's like, oh, he's a lacrosse player. He's our safety, though. And, Coach Meyer and Kerry Combs are there. I'm, like, trying to, like, go extra hard, playing dodgeball as the story goes. And I was playing dodgeball. And they liked the way I moved or whatever Coach Rodenberg told them, and they had me up to camp that summer right before, my senior year. Gave me an offer, and I committed on the spot. Decommitted from lacrosse. Played in one state again my senior year. And then my senior season for lacrosse, I decided not to play. Even though I really wanted to, I was just so far behind physically. I had to stay in the weight room and gain as many pounds as I could to just try and compete. But, I got to Ohio State and redshirted and then gained 60 more pounds, learning how to lift and all that.
Insane.
And then moved to defensive end after a year of redshirting where I was playing tight end, linebacker, lifting, eating 10,000 calories, trying to just gain weight. And the next year, my redshirt freshman year, ended up starting at defensive end.
We want to touch a little bit on that transformation part, but before that, it's interesting because you said you mentioned like Notre Dame was one that was looking at you for football. Did you ever get an offer from them for football, or was it just looks?
No, they were actually, it was very different. Coach Kelly was the coach at the time. He didn't have any interest in me playing football. I think it was more of a thing they didn't want to steal from their own program.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to steal a lacrosse player from their lacrosse program, so they didn't offer me. And I was going to Notre Dame on a quarter scholarship versus a football full.
Okay.
And, they didn't want me to play football there.
Yeah, we
so
were curious.
Nothing personal.
No, if
you-
they wanted you to, would things have been different?
I
Like, would you have
probably
like pulled a
would've
Yateman?
I would have tried to play both or just played football, but once I got to Ohio State, they actually tried to get me to play both.
I was just
Coach Meyer wouldn't let me.
I was going to ask too. Like, was there ever like any interest in playing both? At
Yeah,
Ohio
they
State?
tried to get me several times to play lacrosse in the spring, but we had spring ball. Coach Meyer said no, and I'm glad he told me no because I was really able to focus on football rather than being what I had done. It's tough to focus.
And when you showed up at Ohio State, it wasn't an immediate go play defensive end. You jumped around a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, I would show up to the facility, and based on what injuries or scout team looks they needed, I would have either offensive jersey or defensive jersey, learning both playbooks. And if it was offensive jersey, I was playing tight end that day. If it was a defensive jersey, they'd need me in the linebacker room. And I really just couldn't say anything. I just went with the flow, and just when I was doing anything, I was just going as hard as I can, and they really liked that. So
we noticed your redshirt year, you were labeled a tight end.
Yeah.
Any preference to like, would you, if you could do it over again, would you have wanted to dabble a bit more in? I mean, obviously you've had plenty of success as a defensive player, but did you like playing on the offensive side as well?
I really didn't. I like to tackle and hit people and not be the one hitting, and I just was a defensive mindset. So I asked them, can I play defense full time? And that's what they let me do.
On those teams, the years you were at Ohio State, loaded with talent.
Mm-hmm.
Yourself, Zeke, Joe Burrow. I mean, the list goes on and on. Eli Apple, like first-round picks left and right, top 3-round picks, top 4-round picks. Kind of talk about that experience, just every day showing up and playing, competing against and with the best in the country on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's pretty assumed, especially when I was there, that if you start, you get a starting job at Ohio State, you're going to get a shot in the NFL. So the competition to get on the field, earn the coach's trust, and just play in the horseshoe was like all you were thinking about, because that means you'll get a shot, and then you don't even worry about draft positions, or it's just you see all these guys going like, you just let me play and I'll get a shot. So that was, let me just get out there, play. If I get drafted somehow, that would be unreal, but if I can just find a way to get on the field, then it'll go.
Do you have any games in particular that are your favorite or best memories from? I mean, you have double overtime games, top 10 matchups that you played in.
At Ohio State?
Yeah, at Ohio State. Are there any that especially stand out?
My first game, my redshirt freshman year, I started because a couple guys were down, and I had a sack the second series, just unblocked, kind of just the blessing. And that really let me get some confidence. And then I think it was like week 6 or 7 versus Maryland. We would go to a team meeting after every game, and I got the defensive player of the game as a redshirt freshman, which is a big deal because I had a pick, a sack, fumble recovery, forced holding, couple tackles, and that was just like, all right, that's a big day.
That's where it clicked.
Yeah, that's where you get the coach's trust. You're just, it's a great day. Every person needs that type of game to have the confidence to keep building.
Anything about like playing safety that you miss at all, or pretty happy with where you ended up on the defensive side?
I'm happy where I'm at because I don't think I could have played in space at this NFL level just because of the speed and just how fast these guys are.
A lot of commotion going on right now.
It's just
This is the trash truck, and the dogs hate the trash truck.
And we're back.
Yeah, I don't think I could have played safety, or I play a little bit linebacker now, but just being in the secondary with those receivers and in space I'm more suited to be on the line of scrimmage because things happen fast back there. But I credit lacrosse, my time in high school playing safety, and all that to just my development as an athlete, seeing the whole picture of defense and what offenses are trying to do. I know what every job on our defense is doing, coverage, everything, because I've played, those positions before.
And so the cool part about being at Ohio State and so many of your teammates at Ohio State, like you said, you get a shot at the NFL. You've crossed paths with a handful of them in Cincinnati at the Bengals. Kind of talk about that, and then kind of follow up. Can you name all of your teammates that you crossed paths with at Ohio State in Cincinnati? Yeah,
there was a decade or so where the Bengals didn't like drafting Buckeyes, and I don't know what that was about, but my draft year, Billy Price was the first-round pick. I was the third-round pick from Ohio State, and we had some success, and I think they really liked the idea of having some of their own Ohio guys, and we started getting more and more. We had Von Bell, we signed Eli Apple, Adolphus Washington, Isaiah Prince, a lot of Buckeyes.
Yeah, there's
Noah Spence,
a bunch, regardless, which is pretty cool for you. I feel like to have that.
It is really cool.
Do you think they all know that you're a pretty big Harry Potter fan?
I mean, I don't hide it. I think a lot of people every time you say you are, you find out more than everyone's a fan.
All right, well then, why don't we jump into some Harry Potter
segment 2.
Harry Potter trivia.
Did you read them? Well,
yeah, don't worry.
This is the man last year we were filming. He says, what was it? Azkaban?
Azkaban.
Yeah, I took away
Isn't
your...
that how you say it?
Azkaban?
Azkaban?
All right, let's hear what you got.
Who killed Sirius Black?
Bellatrix Lestrange.
Nice.
1 for 1. All right, are we doing... Wait.
Ding!
This is like... Let me wake
we
up
have
a
another
bit.
wager. How many do you think you can get right? Is it 10 for 10 or bust?
Over 5.
Okay, 50%.
I think you get over 5.
Yeah.
You're an F student.
Okay.
I respect that. And so if you get over 5...
Are you sure?
I mean, we're betting on it, so we'll see what the stakes are.
10 burpees?
Yeah, maybe 10 burpees. That's worse than 10 push-ups.
How about a one-on-one pass rush?
Yeah, why don't we do an Oklahoma drill, actually?
Oklahoma drill.
All right, something like that
boy.
where I can't actually get hurt, but we'll do it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not going to get hurt on the
I don't think
behind the
you're getting
ridge
hurt either way.
pod with Will
I don't think you're
Waller.
getting hurt either way, but
Yeah.
I understand the caution.
I don't know. My bull rush is pretty strong.
I don't think you're getting up before Sam touches you. All right, so
That's a good
1 for 1. Who killed Sirius Black?
What
Bellatrix.
would Lupin transform into?
Werewolf.
Right.
Not an animagus.
Yeah.
That was Sirius Black.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah.
Just a
Agreed.
little extra, just to let you know you're going to be
Yeah.
jumping in.
What was what was the name of the three-headed dog that blocked the Chamber of Secrets?
Fluffy, right? Yep.
Fluffy. Yep.
All right, you're 3 for 3. So, can you name all the books in order?
Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and Harry Potter, 7th, The Deathly Hallows.
Okay.
Good.
What about movies?
Yeah, there's same as just part 1 and part 2.
Okay. All right. Okay. So
Nice.
4 for 4.
We have 12. We have 12.
Okay.
All right. So
Still stands.
6. 50%.
I'm going to skip. I'm going to skip this one and give you that one.
Okay.
So we're going to go to what spell can levitate an object?
Say again.
What spell can levitate an object?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Pretty good.
All right. In The Prisoner of Azkaban, what shape does Harry's Patronus take?
A stag.
Stag. All
Nice.
right.
Will just really wanted to say Azkaban.
We were talking about it.
He
all
literally
week.
spelled it Azkaban, like just so that he made sure he said it right.
Yeah.
Into the harder ones. I think you'll get at least 2 of these right. Let's see. What is the password to get from Hogwarts to Hogsmeade?
Oh, that's tough. Dang, I'm sick. I don't know it. They're going through behind the painting
Mhm.
in that hidden pathway. I don't know.
Descendium.
Okay, that's tough. I didn't know that.
All right.
Deep pull from your guys's.
We had to progressively
Yeah.
get trickier. What do Hermione's parents do for a living?
They are muggles. Were they dentists?
Correct. Good job. Good. That's one I thought you were gonna get. That's good.
So are we
That's
at
good.
7?
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Will. The rest of this is for fun.
Okay.
What wood is Harry's wand made from?
Hawthorne? No. Yeah. Dragon heartstring.
It's wood.
I know.
Good question, Pete.
I will tell you, since Will's already lost, it does start with an H.
Holly.
Yes.
Holly. That was big help.
You already lost.
Pete's a nice guy.
Sister
Be a nice guy.
Sister Chorus with the Dark Lord.
Yep.
Pete's a nice
There you
guy. All right. What is the code for the visitor's entrance at the ministry?
Is that the toilets or the cell phone booth?
It's the booth.
Mm-hmm. The booth.
I don't know.
62442, which spells magic on a numerical keypad.
A little fun fact there.
It's tough.
That is tough.
It's
I'm shocked you didn't remember this.
That's tough.
All right, I like these last 2. Second to last. What is the cure for being petrified?
Mandrake root.
Nice. Wow.
Nice. All right.
All right.
This guy knows his Harry Potter. What's the correct birth order of the Weasley children?
I'm really interested if you can
Okay.
get this one.
Here we go. Oldest Bill. Fred and George. No. Bill, and then there's the... Bill is the one that was attacked by the werewolf.
Sure.
And likes his red meat.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's
He is the
Charlie, who does dragons
Yep.
in Romania.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Fred and George. There's another one? Fred and George, Ron, and then Ginny.
That's so you're missing one.
There's
You're
another
right.
brother.
You have that order right, but then there's
Percy. That no, he's out of the
whisper it?
family.
No, I
No, he
didn't.
didn't.
I did not.
Percy's
no one.
no one likes Percy.
Sorry,
He's
Percy.
in between the twins and
Yeah, he's the
and Charlie.
prefect. He's the prefect of Gryffindor.
All right,
Nice. Solid.
you
Solid.
you won.
Thank you.
You're 2 for 2 in challenges. You are Mr. Ohio and Mr. Harry Potter.
Convincing on the Harry Potter too.
To kind of wrap it up here, you've solidified your spot in the NFL. You're captain. You've played in the Super Bowl. Kind of talk about, is that something you could have imagined when you were playing safety in high school? and that whole transformation you already talked about. And two, kind of what's next? What's upcoming for you?
Yeah, I never really pictured making it this far. That's for sure. Because I see all these kids playing, year-round football, doing everything they can. All they're worried about is offers and making it to the NFL, NIL. I literally was just playing, having fun with my friends and, working hard, being around the guys, trying to win, and never really pictured the end game. I just thought that, focusing on, winning, being a leader, being a good teammate, and then you look up and you're just year 6 in the league and never really, pictured making it this far. That's for sure. But as for what's next, I played 5 years. I want to play many more. I'm like as healthy and as strong as I feel like I've ever been. And I want to win a ring. I want to win a Super Bowl. I want to go to Pro Bowl. I want to be an All-Pro. There's a lot to strive for, and I feel like each year I'm getting better and better, and that's something that a lot of guys in the NFL aren't doing. Year 4, year 5, I think I'm continuing to elevate my game and just got to stay healthy, and that comes with preparation. So a lot of football left to be played.
You're this is not a headline grab, but assume you're hoping that you can be a Bengal for life. Is that the dream for you?
Yeah, I have 3 more years on my contract, and I don't want to play anywhere else. I never imagined myself playing anywhere else. I love Cincinnati. I love the team. I love our quarterback, who's going to win a lot of games at his time in Cincinnati. Coaches, ownership, fans. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think I never imagined myself playing anywhere else.
It's easy to tell, like, every time we talk to you too, like, just how much the city means to you. I mean,
Right.
it's home for you in so many ways. Can you talk a little bit about like your foundation and just like the ways you are giving back off the field, to the community and helping just to strengthen the city of Cincinnati?
Yeah, we're in year 3, 4 of Sam Hubbard Foundation, and each year it just keeps growing. More and more programs we're starting. I can talk about the program.
Sure, yeah.
Well, last year we started a program with UC Hospital called the Food is Medicine program, which is a grant that we give $20,000 per year to the hospital that funds a pantry that's stocked with food and hygiene supplies for families of patients when they come in and they, at a really tough time, they have no food or anything. They can go there and get supplies that they need, because obviously it's expensive if their family members going through treatment. And then we have Hubbard's Cupboards, which is started out our pilot programs. We're 4 schools in the Cincinnati area, which are cupboards in the schools stocked with food and hygiene supplies from our partners at like Kroger and other businesses. And this year we're moving to 10 total schools. So a student that is on free lunch, doesn't have any food at home, can come in there, get healthy snacks, notebooks, school supplies, and the response has just been insane. And we got companies that are going to partner with us and sponsor more and more. And then, we have our staple programs for fundraising, kids camp, Thanksgiving, backpack drive, Christmas drive. A lot of good stuff, but I really credit the network I have from being in Cincinnati my whole life. We've got 2 people on staff, our great directors, Matt Cattell and Lindsay Reesert, and we're actually putting together a board right now with the names like Marvin Lewis, executives at Kroger, that we'll announce, but,
That's awesome.
it's going great, yeah.
Super cool.
Personally, like, where does that come from for you, that mentality?
I think, it's a unique opportunity getting drafted to your hometown, and I've always wanted to have a foundation. I've seen so many guys before me, Calais Campbell, Chris Long, just Walter Payton Man of the Year winners that have done it the right way, and kind of just always thought that I wanted to do what they do off the field as well as on the field. And my parents and grandparents, the way they raised me, and having that family environment here is all credit to it.
Is there someone that you kind of see as a role model or someone you've always looked up to not necessarily just for football, but for everything?
Yeah, I mean, my parents, I got to credit my parents for everything. Both my mom and my dad have shaped me in different ways and made me who I am. So I think that both my mom and dad in their own ways are my role models.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming on. Anything else a moment to have the floor you want to plug? Or
SamHubbardFoundation.com if you guys want to get involved in my off-the-field endeavors. Proud first ever Rhoback athlete right here.
Let's go.
So yeah, some people don't Rhoback, don't forget about me.
I don't think that's ever,
No.
that's never gonna happen.
Like you said, you're feeling as strong and as good as you ever have. So we're excited to see you tear it up on the field. And thanks for hopping on and letting us be on your team. So
yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like. We'll see you next time.
Now I'ma say this one time, boy, and that's my word. We rock the shot, the knock, fire.